The JTC travel agency was always busy, full of colorful posters about Hawaii and tropical trips. The staff worked hard helping customers plan vacations. One worker, Isojima, loved talking about Hawaii and thought the big island was perfect because it had both nature and shopping. Another worker, Nanayama, thought Saipan was a good idea too. In another part of the office, some workers were stressed about trips being canceled. Their boss, Kurakawa, noticed the quiet and reminded Ohara, a younger worker, to double-check hotel bookings. Ohara often felt like he was behind at work. He wasn't lazy, just slow and thoughtful. Kamiya dropped off some yachting documents, and though Ohara didn't thank her, he was trying to do his job. Later, he made some calls, sounding busy with the Hawaii trip. After work, Ohara went home and fed his cat, Kama. He talked to Kama about his tough day, especially how a coworker, Hunjaji, kept giving him cold looks. He had worked there for 4 years and still felt like others didn't understand him. Even though he knew his cat couldn't fix anything, just spending quiet time with Kama helped him feel better. The next morning, Kamiya started the day with office cleaning. Everyone joined in, and Ohara tried hard to show he wasn't lazy. Meanwhile, Honjaji was quietly thinking to herself. She wasn't angry with Ohara, but she had a habit of staring too much and didn't know how to talk to people easily. She loved looking at maps and planning imaginary trips, even if her real job didn't allow that much fun. Later, in the morning meeting, the boss introduced a guest from the main office. He explained that the travel business was very competitive. Then, Kurakawa shared big news. JTC would focus on North America, especially Alaska, and open a new branch in Anchorage. One of the staff would be sent there as the new manager. Since Alaska was far away, they preferred to send someone who wasn't married. This announcement shocked everyone. Some joked about getting married just to avoid being chosen. Ohara wanted to say no, but struggled to explain why. He finally said he had a cat, but his boss didn't accept that as a good excuse. She told everyone to think carefully because someone had to go. After the meeting, the workers talked about how the move might last for years. Ohara, who didn't even have a girlfriend, felt hopeless. Honjaji was also worried. She was shy, didn't talk much, and hated big bugs like mosquitoes. She felt like she couldn't escape if the company picked her. One day, Ohara took his cat to the vet and ran into Hunjaji outside. He told her he planned to quit his job because he couldn't leave his cat behind. Kama had been a stray, slowly learned to trust Ohara, and now was like family. Hunjaji asked if anyone else could care for the cat, but Ohara had no one. He said goodbye, but before he could leave, Hunjaji surprised him. She asked about the weather in Alaska, then made an unexpected offer. They should pretend to be married. It was a fake plan to avoid being transferred, since only unmarried workers would be sent. Hanjosi thought they were both quiet people and wouldn't attract much attention, so the lie could work for a few months until the transfer plan faded away. Ohara was shocked, but agreed, since he didn't want to lose his job or his cat. The next morning, they stood together at the office entrance, ready to tell the boss. Kurokawa was shocked but happy for them. She praised them and said they were a cute couple. Honjoshi whispered to Ohara that their plan was working. She told him not to worry, she would handle everything. The office returned to normal. Ohara and Honjoshi were given work on Hawaii hotel plans. Later, they were told to bring the finished plan to their usual Italian restaurant. But it wasn't a normal meeting. It was a surprise party. All their coworkers were there, cheering for their engagement. Ohara panicked at the attention, but Honjoshi told him to go along with it. At the party, everyone wanted to know how they fell in love. Kurakawa joked that maybe Rika was pregnant, which made Ohara even more nervous. Then, to keep the mood happy, Rika stood up and sang a love song. Even though her singing was terrible, the room went silent, but Ohara saw her effort. Even though it was embarrassing, she was doing it for him. He admired her bravery. Later, Rika left quickly, embarrassed about her singing. Ohara felt bad for not helping her during the party. He wished he'd been brave enough to sing with her. He saw himself as weak and regretted not supporting her. Earlier, they had talked about making up a fake love story to make their engagement seem real. Rika asked Ohara to answer a questionnaire so they could create a believable past. She planned everything, like making a travel brochure. As she looked at his answers, she realized she didn't even remember his face clearly, even though they'd worked near each other for 2 years. She felt bad for dragging him into this. Still, they couldn't back out now. Ohara came over and offered to help. They went to Yokohama to take photos and gather evidence of their fake date. They even rode a Ferris wheel. Rika showed him around the city and revealed she bought 2 simple rings to make their story more convincing. Ohara felt nervous. It all started to feel a bit real. When the Ferris wheel reached the top, Rika told him it was time for the fake proposal. Ohara was supposed to say, "Please marry me," but the words felt too real and heavy. He froze and couldn't say it.